Welcome back to Xoguecraft. I'm Xogue and this is episode 3. Now at the end of the last episode I kind of did a little flyby there. I hope you liked it. It was a little weird, different I guess, but it worked. Kind of showed you the base. And the reason that time lapse didn't last longer is because I didn't really calculate out what I would need for it. So I ran out of resources really fast. And that's just a mess up on my part. Sorry about that. That in the creative world that I designed it in, I didn't make it to scale. And apparently I didn't take that into account when I was trying to figure out how many resources I would need for it. So it didn't go very well. So I figured I'd throw it in, what I had before I started to need to, run out of the screen several times to get more things. But as you see, the front of the base is really the only thing I actually did. Back here is the same. Nothing's really changed. Still got my mine, my portal. And over here, these are just two pathways that I have leading to the roof of the trees. The reason that's there is just to prevent the trees from growing into their big, huge versions. And I do want to turn them into something, but I have no idea what. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Now, at the end of the last episode, well, I don't know when in the last episode, but I know I mentioned that I was going to be doing the spawn area. I did go ahead and dig some of it out already. So, that's kind of prepped. But before I go over there, I want to let you guys know some things about my audio. Obviously, you've probably noticed that it has changed again. I hope this time it's better. I upgraded my mic. I now have a Blue Yeti. So the audio quality should be pretty good. There shouldn't be any issues with it. Except the clicking. I want to get rid of that, but I'm not quite sure how. I've tried moving my mic, I've tried putting filters, through programming, I've tried splitting the file, processing just the microphone data, with some command line tools, and it kind of worked a little bit, but it also distorted the sound of my voice too much for me to accept. Tried messing with Audacity, and that has the same result, just distorts the voice way too much. So I'm looking for insight. Any of you audio people out there, I don't know, maybe I'm missing something simple other than switching my mouse, because I don't want to do that. It's a Razer Naga, the one with like 12 buttons on the side. I like it. I can change, tools and everything straight from 1 to 8. But I just like it. I want to diminish the clicking. I'm not sure how. I'm going to try to mess with mic placement some more, but I have a feeling it's really not going to matter too much. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Other than that, I think we're about ready to get started over here. So I'm going to go ahead, make sure I have everything I need to start that project, and I will meet you over there. Here we are at the spawn. And what I have here is this is just part of the design. But before I go into building, I want to go ahead and show you a little bit about, not show you, but, well, I guess could consider it showing. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the spawn block and how they work. Now, this block right there, that's the world spawn. And the way it works is that anytime you die and you don't have a bed, or you join a new world, one you've never been in before, you spawn within a 20 by 20 area centered on that block. But if you think about it for a second, 20 by 20 doesn't have a center block, which means it's actually the corner will be the center. So it's kind of different, really. The way you can tell exactly where your 20 by 20 area will be is you see how it says -X, -Z, +X, +Z. Where it tells you where you're facing. When it says negative, you go out 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then, you know, you do that for the other negative, and that's where you place a block. And then on the positive, you go out 10. And when you place a block on the 10th location or 10th block away, that is the furthest that they can spawn from that block. And that will give you a 20 by 20 area. Now you see mine is a little bit bigger than that. Mine is actually 25 by 25. And the short story is just that that's what the design calls for. That, and I really don't like the idea of not having a center block. I think center blocks make everything easy. Well, easier. So that's why mine's bigger. And that's just, you know, a little explanation, I guess. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and lay out some of this stuff here. Hopefully I do this properly without messing things up. That way you kind of get a general idea of what I'm thinking as far as the design goes. And this will be circled here. And we go up with the spruce. And if you can hear that clicking, I'm sorry. I've already mentioned that I'm trying to get rid of it, but I really don't know how. And then each path here. And these are going to be the paths that kind of go out, and there's going to be one on each side. But for now, I'm just going to leave it with this one, and I guess I'll go, well, maybe I'll do 2 more. I have enough for it. I may not have enough. We'll see. See if I have enough. So I think this corner will be easier to do. So I might just try to get this one done and see if this one will work better. Yeah, there we go. And now that we have this, we need to go back with the wool. And we need to cover this in wool. Oop, that's not where I wanted it. And I'm still learning, so bear with me. I know I'm trying to learn how to talk and do things at the same time, and it's not always, it doesn't always work out very well, so try to bear with me on that. And then we have the dark wood here, dark oak wood rather, around this side. Alright. And that's kind of a general design of one corner, but there's also a little more to it. Where's my oh, there it is. Digger. I've got digger. Let's see if I can. I don't know why he's going so slow. He is only efficiency 3, but I don't know. I just like fast tools, I guess. And then this is where those will be, I believe. Oh, yes, okay. Then I get my logs. See if I can do this right. That's not right. Neither one of those is right. My axe back. Ooh, I need to repair my axe. There we go. And here, no. There we go. Alright, and then I need to do here. And then they go sideways. Just like that, okay. Then I need to go down a couple. See, it digs through dirt really fast. It digs through grass so much slower. These don't even need to be dug out, actually. Alright. And then along the bottom is where we have the glowstone. Now, I hate the texture of the glowstone. I know most of the YouTubers say that same thing, but sometimes, just sometimes, it can be handy. And you'll see in just a second, it doesn't look absolutely horrible with what I'm about to do. Looks like there's a little bit of coloration in there too. And now we need to go and see if we can't do the water features. Might not be quite right, but regardless, it should be decent, I think. We'll find out here in a second. So we need a second water bucket. When we place these, we need to make sure we can get them again from in here. Start here, I guess. And I should be able to fill them both up from here. Just kind of go like that. Other one here. Just like that. Okay. Alright, now I need a couple more for up top here. Because this is where they were supposed to go. Yeah, okay, that is duplicating. That one doesn't want to. There it goes. Okay. Of course. Of course. There's always problems with water duplicating itself when it has somewhere else to go. See what I mean? I mean, it shouldn't have duplicated, but this one should have came over and spread across, but because it had the other path to go down, it doesn't want to. And that's just, I don't know. I don't like it, but it is what it is, I guess. There's that. And then there's that one. And then that one. Alright. So there's one corner done. And there is going to be extra stuff coming down from the top. But you'll see that when it's done. And there are also, obviously, there are lighting techniques in here, but none of them really look all that great. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to finish the other the other three corners, just like this one. Probably put in the lighting techniques that I was telling you about, and I'll be back in just a second. And we're back. Welcome back to me. And you guys, if you left to go do something. But, as you can see, the design changed a little bit. There was wool around here, and the short story is that I just went back into my creative world. I played with it a little bit, and I kind of liked how I played with it. So, yeah. The idea to take out the water actually originated over here. If you notice or remember that I kind of paused for a second before I started placing the water, that was me contemplating whether or not I was actually going to use the water. And I didn't want to change the idea because I already had it in mind. I was already, set to build this corner out. And so I went ahead and placed the water. But I did decide to take it out, so I fixed it. I'm sure some of you probably had a similar idea once you saw me place that down there. Like, why are you covering it up? But, yeah. So I read your mind. And now it's fixed. So the idea here with these corners is that water is going to fall down from up top onto this block, make a nice little water feature. So don't worry about those. The water stream coming down from up top is, I don't know, it's a little bland, raw, insert descriptive word. It's, I don't know, it didn't look very good. So I designed something to help give it some character, and I think it works well, but it's hard to describe. So I'm going to have to go ahead and just let you guys see that once I start making it. The center here, I was going to remove the water. But, like I said, there's a platform up top. Well, going to be a platform up top. And you need somewhere to land from a fall like that. So here it is. Now the good thing about this water, the reason that little bubble's in there and it's not higher, is because when you drop down and you get into a little area, it actually helps push you out of it, rather than kind of having to wade through water for a couple seconds to get out. So I thought that was a neat little feature. I decided to keep it. That's why the water isn't higher, because then, you know, if you're all the way under it in the middle, I can't even get to the middle now, but it's a lot easier when the water feature's higher. You aren't affected by the current. So I decided to keep it low, a lot easier to hit the current, and things will just kind of work out that way. What else? What else? Oh, I'm sorry about the, I don't know, not fun me. I'm trying to work on my personality on camera. Well, on cam, on recording. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And the last couple sessions, I was really tired. It was actually yesterday that I did that, and I don't know what was going on, but it was hard to bring me out. So sorry for that. I hope it wasn't too bad, and I am going to try to make things a little more lively, and I'm going to try to avoid recording when I'm really, really, really tired. So I believe that's everything I wanted to say. Yep. If it's not, I'll tell you later, I guess, in the next cut. But what I'm going to do is, because my axe is just about dead, I'm going to go fix my axe, and I'm going to get started on the upper part, I guess. And we'll see what I can show you in the next cut. Welcome back, welcome back. So that's my base. I think I'm missing some leaves. And I need to harvest some crops. Horses. Okay. So this is the somewhat finished upper area, along with a bed and a crafting table. And I don't know about the centerpiece, so don't freak out if you absolutely hate it. I'm not all that fond of it myself. The reason it's like that now is just because in my creative world, this was either up one or down one. This the level of this floor, which means that the pressure plates that I have here, they can be set on, even with this level. But since I didn't completely calculate, once again, I need to learn how to do that, I guess. The differences in creative and whatnot, I had to raise it a level just so I could put down pressure plates, trapdoors, things like that. So that was just a temporary fix. I'm not sure. I don't really like it. If you have any ideas, let me know, please. Because, yeah, I would like to change it. I would like to make it more awesome. Now, everything below this is going to be awesome. I don't foresee any issues or compatibility between my creative world and this one. And eventually I will be doing a road. I might end up doing that off camera just because that is a tedious task. It's just a bunch of placing. And once you see it done, you're going to be like, well, yeah, I kind of expected that, or something similar. So it's not going to be all too special, just a path leading right into here. Now, like I was saying, it's got trapdoors, which I did test. You can spawn on top of trapdoors. So that's not a big deal. So any block up here, you can spawn on. Spawn here, on the trapdoors, you're not going to fall. Spawn on the pressure plates, you're still not going to fall. So unless two people spawn at the exact same time, which I don't see happening, especially not up here, I guess there's a very small chance of it. But unless that happens and they happen to do that, then nobody's going to fall through. So the design may not be complete. It might be redesigned or something, but right now it is fully functional. And for those of you who are not completely aware of the size of the upper area here, you might be thinking that players can spawn on top of these, and they can't. The reason for that is just because it is outside of the area. You know, remember, like I was saying, mine's 25 by 25, so there's a few extra blocks on the end, and these are on that end, so players won't be able to spawn on top of that, and that won't be a worry. I do need to put some lighting up here, which I will probably do off camera, just to prevent mob spawning. That wouldn't be very good. Pop up here and 3 creepers, blow everything up. That wouldn't be very fun. So lighting will happen pretty soon. So we're going to go ahead and go down. I'm not going to destroy my scaffolding yet because I want to show you how this works. And basically the idea is that once you spawn in, you can look around with your unobstructed view. You can't fall because the fence and the slab. In order to go over the fence, you'd have to be raised up a half block, but that's preventing you from falling or raising. So it just makes this nice little unobstructed view / railing, I guess. And it just kind of works out well. Now the view isn't spectacular right now. I thought it would be a bit better, but I am planning on terraforming this entire area eventually and slowly as things develop, because the spawn area will be, I don't know, it'll probably be pretty big, pretty well designed. A few things here and there. So right now it's not all that great, but it will get better. And now let's go check out. If I can fall. There we go. Like I was saying, real quick, drop into the water, fall out pretty quick, not a big deal. This is my scaffolding. Spiral staircase. You know, I've always liked spiral staircases, like the idea of them, but climbing them in Minecraft is not all that fun. It's kind of a pain. A straight staircase is much better, but a spiral one takes less resources. Well, not really, but just go with it. So that is these. The only thing I have left to do is put in these water features here and the, water stream design thing that I told you about. I'm not quite sure. I'm still struggling on how to describe it, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and build them all and let you see the finished product. So the next cut will probably be this thing completely done, all of my scaffolding down, my bed and my crafting table gone from up there, and probably have the lighting and stuff. I'll probably just finalize this thing, and then you'll see it then. Hopefully me jumping around so many times isn't a big deal. If it is, let me know. I'm also curious if you guys want to see me build things like this. From my perspective, it's kind of a tedious task. I'm just placing blocks over and over and over again while I struggle to think of a topic to talk about while simultaneously trying not to fall to my death. It's something that I'm not sure is entertaining unless I fall to my death, and then feel free to laugh because it probably would be funny. But until that happens, it's not all that great. I don't think. But if you guys want to see that, let me know. And when I get into some more redstone type builds, because I am a redstoner, not sure I mentioned that, but I am. Which the next project I think is going to be a chicken farm. So you'll see some of my abilities, I guess, there. But yeah, so just let me know what exactly you guys want to see. If you want to see more time lapses, if you want to see me build and try to talk and laugh at me while I struggle to talk and build at the same time, just let me know, because I am willing to do whatever is actually entertaining. But watching yourself on cam is not always the easiest thing to do. Well, with a critical view anyway. So yeah, just let me know what you think. And I'm going to go ahead finish this project up. And we're done. Alright. So I told you it would be awesome, and I really hope that I didn't let you down. But I think that looks pretty awesome. Aw. Awesome. Okay. So, I hope you understand now why I say it was hard to explain, hard to describe. I don't know what it looks like. go ahead, try to describe it in the comments, because I'm curious of what you guys would describe that as. But at the same time, go ahead and give me your opinions, give me your ideas, some way to make it better. One thing I do want to do, this is just a huge empty area in here. And while it doesn't really look bad from the outside, and on occasion you'll have players dropping down the middle, I still feel like something's missing, like it needs something. And maybe I could even extend these, you know, do the same kind of thing, bring it out to the middle, you know, and have a bigger, you know, how I kind of circled the water. Maybe have a bigger one times 2, you know, basically have spokes come out and circle around this. And the spokes would come out and join that circle in all these directions. So as you're falling, you actually see some, I don't know, whatever you want to call these things, spokes, I guess. But you kind of see it as you fall. And I like that idea. Ooh, sun setting right behind my house. I had to take a pause for a second. Okay. Now I need to go to sleep. But, you know, that's just something I'm playing with. Let me know about your ideas, what you think. Because, yeah, like I said, I don't know, it just feels empty. I'm not sure. Now, the other thing is, I don't know exactly about these roads. I'm not sure about exactly where they're going to extend. But you see, I kind of extended this one a little bit, and this is the general idea, that it'll step up one, and then it'll meet, you know, the rest of the world, I guess. I kind of like that little step down, how it's kind of sunken in a little bit. And obviously, you know, these hills here, they're all going to be flattened. You're going to be able to see all the way down into whatever's behind it. You know, and it's like I was saying, the view isn't good now, but obviously I have a road going that way. So now I might end up just making a tunnel, but at the same time, I do want to clear the view a little bit. So maybe it'll be a tunnel, but decorative, and then shortening the mountain too. Not sure exactly. Just tossing out some ideas. Let me know what you think. Really, really like some input. Throw some of your ideas in with mine and see what the heck comes out. But yeah. Now, I did kind of review some of the footage from the last cut, and I said if you guys like seeing me jump around, and what I meant was in the footage. You know, I didn't really show you too much building. I built out like one corner. I could have done a little more, like maybe build out one of these and then show it to you, and you know, and then skip to the finished, and then, you know, part of the top, you know, that kind of thing. But you've already seen me struggle building, you know, and talking at the same time. I always run out of things to say. And now when I'm talking, all I'm really doing is pacing around, kind of showing you everything. So I feel like, I feel like I should be doing something. And this is another thing, side note. I think my squid farm might be over here, because you see there's so many people, so many of the squids that try to, you know, swim against that wall very, very often. But that won't be for a while, and I would really rather it not be here. I actually want it out there somewhere. Anyway, I was saying, you know, that I find building regular stuff tedious to a point, you know, and if you guys want to see it, let me know. But I started to say, but when I start doing some redstone projects, and then I got sidetracked by other things, what I was going to finish that sentence with is, once I start the redstone building, some more redstone projects, I am going to let you guys see it, and as I'm building, I will explain it to you if I can do the explanation and the redstone at the same time. If I can't, then I'll do, you know, I don't know, a small sample, and then I'll skip to the finished project and kind of explain it a little bit. But the words of Mumbo actually came to mind. I don't know if you guys know who Mumbo is. If you don't, mine is probably the first Minecraft video you've ever watched, and that's okay. But go check out Mumbo. If I remember, I'm definitely going to try to put his a link to one of his videos in the description. And yeah, but at the end of every episode, he says, "But unfortunately," and for some reason, those words came to mind, so I can't copy him. So this is the end. I'll just go ahead and give like this. All right, with my bass in the background. That's kind of cool. All right, so if you guys like the episode, let me know. Click that like button. There will be more. This is a lot of fun. New dynamic for me. Kind of looking for something to mix up Minecraft, and this is definitely going to be it. So I'll be doing this for a while. So click that subscribe button if you want to see some more. I'm planning on doing maybe one episode a week to start out, but I am foreseeing that it's not going to be too difficult here later on. Once I get a lot more comfortable, I can get videos out a lot faster. I'll probably jump up to 2 a week pretty quickly. I'm thinking pretty quick, because I'm going to be anxious to do a lot of work, and if it only takes me 2 days to make an episode, then I'm going to have to wait the other 5 before I can actually start doing anything on the server, and then it's just going to be, I don't know, it's going to make me too anxious, I guess. So I guess that's about it. I'll see you guys next time.